Let's rock and roll. 5 days out from Ironman Hamburg. Crazy, thinking how fast time has gone. I was just reflecting back the other night, looking through my phone, wasn't I? And I was looking back at some posts from 18, 20 months ago when I first decided to do my first Ironman 70.3, getting my coach, Alex, and how I sort of felt at the time in that post. I was reading it back and forth. And at that point, I said, didn't I, that I didn't even have a road bike. I couldn't swim at all. I literally just got into running. Got through my first sort of marathon with a bit of an injury, so I didn't have the prep that I wanted. Decided I wanted to do this, you know, the first Ironman 70.3, because I knew I was capable of more. And looking back at those videos and me training to now is just mind-blowing, just to sort of see the difference. And I always get quite reflective when, you know, it gets close to an event like this, and this is my obviously first full distance Ironman, something that I wanted to do for years and years and years. It's all coming to a head now. It's here, so the bike is ready for pickup. So we've got Yellow Velo bike transport who are just about to come around to the house actually, and they're picking up the bike. So a little bit different compared to my last race, which was a half Ironman in Mallorca, where I had a bike box, stripped down the bike, sent it over there. This time around, I've got a company who are coming to take the bike, and they're going to drive it over to Germany with other people's bikes. So, and I just wanted to take as much stress out of this as possible. Obviously, you know, my mind's pretty full at the moment, thinking about a lot of stuff. So I've got a bag as well that I've packed. So this is also going with the bike company. This has got my wetsuit in there. It's got my tri-suits, my helmet, my cycling shoes. So I've got these in here ready to go, which frees up a little bit of room as I'm flying out tomorrow. So they're ready to go. So yeah, just last little bits of preparation now, making sure that I've got my nutrition, all my kit that's needed, which I'll talk you through now. So yeah. So in terms of nutrition, I'm obviously going to be following orders from my coach, Alex Woodman. We're probably going to, you know, do a 2-3 day carb load, anywhere from 10 to 12 grams per kilo body weight. But in terms of sort of intra-race, I'm going to be going with Morton. When it comes to on the bike, I'm going to double mix my bottles. So I'll be carrying 2 bottles initially. With these have got 80 grams of carbs in each, so I'm going to be having 2 of these in each bottle, so 160 per bottle. I will also be taking on gels during the bike as well, which I'll have in the back of my tri-suit and in my transition bags. So during the race, same again, we'll be following what Alex says, but I think we'll be probably shooting in the region of, you know, somewhere around 100 grams of carbs per hour, and that's really, really critical in a race like this. Because if your fuel tank starts to deplete, you know, you're going to be in a little bit of bother there. So it's really important that, you know, we get the carbs in, we get the electrolytes in there. It's going to be quite a warm day. It's looking about 24 degrees and sunny at the moment. So that's going to be critical. On the days leading up, I'm probably going to be looking at pushing about 800, 900 grams of carbs for 2 to 3 days on the lead up. And then just making sure that we get this right. They often say that the 4th discipline in triathlon is your nutrition as well. And, you know, I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm doing everything right with regards to my preparation to make sure I have the race I want, really. How has it been from your side?
I've, to be fair, not seen like a massive change like us wise. Yeah. I think you get up really early so that we still have our like own time and stuff, which has been really helpful, just so we kind of still get like us. But so yeah, I've not really seen like a massive change in us, but obviously you've been clocking a lot of hours in, you've been getting up early. One thing about him, he never complains, which is absolutely crazy to me, because the amount of hours of training that you do, like I feel like a lot of people would be massive like complainers or be really tired and let it affect you, but somehow you just like get through it, don't you, and you smash it every time.
I think beforehand anyway, I was already used to sort of getting up really early for work, working quite a lot of hours, wasn't I, work-wise, and fortunate to have, you know, some great role models around me. And I've always sort of been, you know, brought up in a way where don't moan, just get on with it. You know, you're deciding to do these things. It's like anything with any of these, you know, sort of endurance events or anything like that. It is a privilege to be able to push your body to do hard things. It's a privilege to be able to put those it's a privilege to be tired from doing the work. And I think for a lot of people, you know, if getting that frame right, you know, can be quite powerful. You know, it's a privilege to be able to do hard things. But equally on the other side, I think it's really, really important that when you are doing these kind of things, that you're mindful about the people around you and the energy that you give off as well. Because, you know, if you complain about, you know, all the work that you're doing, whatever as well, then that's going to rub off on the people around you. And, you know, they might not have a great experience of you doing that thing. So if you want to do more of these in the future, which obviously got Portugal booked in October, then bit of compensation. Then, you know, it's really important, but no, in a serious light, you know, it's important that you remember the reason why you're doing this as well, and the people around you as well in your life, you know, who, you know, love you, support you, friends, family, partners, you know, and try and balance that the best you can with obviously your work as well. So
and you do really well.
Yeah, thank you. Bonus points for me. Yeah.
Not another Ironman next year though. Okay.
Yeah, back to the marathon. Sub 3.
No, you can do whatever you want.
Sub 3 next year.
I mean, from the start, like when you first said about an Ironman, like obviously off the back of your marathon, like you was asking me about it and saying like, oh, it'd be something that you wanted to do. So I thought, why not? Like, you might as well go for it. Like, you were like watching YouTube videos and like you were very interested in it, and it was like a dream of yours. So I just thought like, why not? I obviously knew it'd be a lot of training, a lot of time out of your week, and you already work so much anyway. So I knew it was kind of going to change things a little bit. I mean, we've kind of just like worked through everything. Like I said, I don't think it's been like a massive shift. Obviously, like just because of the time and stuff that it takes, I do obviously see you less, but I'll just kind of fit it around like seeing my friends, seeing my family, like going to classes, like work, all sorts. So yeah, I just think that we've just kind of got through it, and I've not really felt like a massive shift, or I've not felt like a big strain on our relationship, just because probably because of like your energy levels as well, and that he does just stay like present. Like I probably would see it more if you were doing all that training and then we were going out somewhere and you was like really tired, low energy. Obviously I'd understand why, because it's a massive like physical and mental strain, but just you're so present, and your energy levels are just like so on it that I don't really like see too much. Obviously you are tired sometimes, but it's not a case of him like moaning or being really tired. Like we just have us, don't we? And then you do your training. That's it. Yeah,
definitely. I think that captures it in a nutshell, really. And as I was saying before, I think for anyone who, you know, wants to embark on a journey to become an Ironman, you know, do anything that's, you know, endurance focused, that requires a lot of training, you know, there is a price you got to pay, and a lot of that is going to, you know, be your time spent training. You know, if you want to take something like this seriously, you know, which I do, I want to be at my best. I want to, you know, be able to look back and think, you know what, I did my best with that, just like anything in life, with work, with business, you know, relationships. But equally, I think on the other side, you know, you've got to remember the people around you as well. You know, I'm not a full-time athlete, and, you know, I'm obviously running a business, relationships, family, friendships. You know, you got to put the effort in those places, you know, if you want to make it work really, and you want those people to have a positive experience of what it is that you're embarking on around it.
Because it takes a lot of time out of what would normally be your like social calendar, I guess. But I feel like we still go out with my family, your family, like friends, don't we? Even if it is a case of like a Saturday, you do your training in the morning and then
get up early.
We do something in the afternoon, or we'll go out with like loved ones, like you still manage to keep like a level of your social life and stuff, which is obviously important. You wanna be keeping that up, don't you?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Can do more Ironmans then.
Just very proud of you, and I think you've smashed it. You've not made any like shortcuts, you've done the work, like it's just about enjoying it now, taking everything in. I've said to him, take the final stretching like just before the finish line, like you've built so much of like your strength and your training and everything, so like this is the time to enjoy it.
Appreciate it.
And well done.
Love you.
Love you.
Yeah. So Sunday is go time. 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike and a marathon. This is the most ready I've ever been in my life. It's the fittest I've ever been. Me and Alex have spoke about it. He says the same. I feel it in myself. The data says it. So I'm just hoping I can go out there and give it my absolute best. And in my heart, I know that on the start line that I couldn't have done anything more. That I've give 100% to this preparation. And do you know what? There's so many things that go through your mind when you get this close to race. You become reflective, certain worries in your head that you hope go your way. But I feel like you can only control the controllables, and controlling the controllables is my hard work, it's my effort, it's my preparation. Things that I can't control, that are out of my control, are mechanicals, catastrophic bike mechanicals that could end your day. And the reality is, you know, it's a long day out there in an Ironman. But I just hope that everything that I'm in control of goes to plan and I'm able to have the race that I believe that I can, and I'm going to leave it all out there. As I said before, the goal for me, yes, is to become an Ironman, but I want to look back and know that I've done myself proud and I've given everything in my heart to this. So Sunday it's go time. We fly tomorrow, final bits of preparation, road to Ironman. Let's do this.